Technological demands throughout the metalworking industry are increasing all the time. More flexibility, more cost efficiency, higher quality. A metalworking company's competitiveness depends on the quality of its products and the productivity of its manufacturing. Only consistent product quality can guarantee customer loyalty in the long term. Productivity, on the other hand, is the key to reasonably priced products. As order rollover becomes ever more rapid, die changing becomes increasingly important in cost calculations. GUTHLE is your system provider for fast and easy die changing. Selected components increase the efficiency of your resource use. We specialize in die logistics, positioning and clamping, with more than 50 experienced employees ready to offer as much advice as customers need, since every order is different. We take care of every detail, allowing us to rapidly create standard solutions and complex system solutions tailor-made to each customer's needs. Wherever in the world operators may be seeking a more efficient die-changing system, they can be sure that we will provide the right solution, from manual die changing right through to an automated die loss solution. Frequent changing of press tools from once a week up to several times a day during shift operation can often mean immense machine downtime. This problem is likely to increase as the market demands more and more flexibility, even from presses. Introducing a suitable die-changing periphery can considerably reduce the usual die-changing times. Die loss stands for Die Logistic System. This functional concept embraces products and technologies to rationalize die changing, die clamping, and the transport of dies. It also includes storage technology, repositories, and workstations for maintenance and setup. Rapid, rational changing and clamping of dies. In the press, roll block die lifters easily integrated in the T-slots make changing dies easier than ever. With little physical effort required, a single operator can move the die into position. The bearing elements, ball bearings or rollers, are supported by individual springs. Clamping the die lowers the bearing elements. In hydraulic versions, the press's hydraulic system or a roll block hydraulic unit or a hand pump can be used. The various quick clamp models for different uses make die changing much easier. Outside the press, roll block die loading arms with a bearing capacity of 5 to 100 kilonewtons ensure dies are inserted and removed safely. These die loading arms form a safe transfer station for pressing tools, which can be delivered and removed by crane or forklift. The roll block die loading arms pin-mounted roller bearings guarantee easy, linear die movement. The roll block lifting arms are either swivel fixed to the press bed or they can be inserted in the fixed mounting hooks for use when needed. That means the same die loading arms can be used on several presses. Roll block is your efficient system to improve productivity with rapid die changing. GUTHLE has simplified and rationalized die transport within companies. Die loss truck and die loss buggy are designed to meet the high demands of pressing and punching plants. The system is based on a modular structure. It simplifies enormously the transport and exchange of dies within companies. Presses need only be equipped with a coupling bar. Individual demands can be met with a rack system optimized for this application. They're specially adapted to be compatible with the die-loss truck and buggy. The carrying fork has an integrated fixing coupling. Lowering the carrying fork onto the coupling bar activates the fixing. An inclination sensor deactivates the downward motion as soon as the roller tables have reached their horizontal transfer position. Now the dies can be changed, either manually or, from 2 tons in weight upwards, mechanically, as shown here. Here you have a choice of various coupling technologies. In this example, we can see a rapid magnetic die gripper with no manual intervention. Roll block components make die positioning within a press safe and easy. The die sits safely on the carrying fork during transport. An internal charger is included in the standard equipment, making the system available for use at all times. Thanks to its electronic all-wheel steering, the die-loss truck can be maneuvered accurately to within a millimeter. The software-controlled steering of all wheels makes it possible to position the truck accurately even in narrow spaces. The die-loss shuttle transporter is suitable for changing dies weighing between 4 and 50 tons. This die cart on rails moves back and forth between the die preparation and die transfer positions. Since the preparatory measures are not carried out directly in front of the press, production can continue unhindered up to the moment of the actual die changing. Only 10 to 25% of the conventional die changing times are now required for the complete change. The die-loss shuttle means die changing is now a job for a single operator. Die changing has never been so easy. Operation is via a sequence control unit, so no special operator skills are required. First, the die is pulled from the setup table onto the die-loss shuttle. On a tandem die-loss shuttle, the die initially remains on the second loading area. The old die, still clamped in the press, is then prepared for exchange. The die is then transported by the die-loss shuttle to a precisely defined transfer position. There, fine centering is carried out by means of an indexing pin. The electric motor-driven pusher is equipped with a 2-speed drive for rapid adjustment and slow positioning. A chain-guided drive pin engages positively in the die plate coupling. Time is also saved here by the fact that the dies are unloaded at the front and loaded at the back. The old die takes up the freed position on the die-loss shuttle, and its position is shifted until the new die reaches the changing position in front of the press. The die changing process is divided into individual automatic phases, allowing the operator time for visual checks if necessary. After release has been given, the die is pushed quickly but gently into the press and held until it's been clamped. Since this changing technique can be completely standardized, the whole process can be accurately timed. The removed die can now be cleaned and stored as appropriate. The die loss shuttle transports the die for these processes too. For additional or exclusive use of dies with base plates of different sizes, the die loss shuttle is equipped with an additional guide. The die loss shuttle adapts to any situation. The die loss shuttle is manufactured in a variety of basic versions as well as in special versions, including for even higher weight dies. Adaptation of the design to any space and functional situation generally presents no problems. If large presses need to be retrofitted, the space available generally dictates what's possible. The die loss shuttle allows various logistics systems to be created. Special versions enable even the most unusual problems to be overcome. So, quick die changing can be carried out simultaneously and in the shortest possible time using the push-through technique. Take advantage of the die loss shuttle and raise the productivity of your presses. We're pleased to offer you help and advice about our efficient and profitable solutions. GUTHLE, your partner for press and engineering logistics.